Hey, what's up, guys? Today I'm doing a video which is going to be about which states are going to see the most snow by region. So, not just one state out of the whole 50 states, several states out of the 50 states, meaning for the Northeast, there will be one state, Midwest, Southwest, Northwest, Southeast, and the South, and the Plains. There will be one state for each. So let's get right into it. But before I show you the map of the winner states, I guess you could call it, I first want to analyze some of the details that will go into the outlook in case you're interested, or just pretty much what I did in order to figure out which states are going to be receiving the most amount of snow. So first off, you obviously need to look at the winter outlooks that are predicted by some of the more reliable sources. Even though I earlier mentioned that the Farmer's Almanac is not that accurate because they just kind of use big boy words, and they usually aren't really necessarily true. But the good one out of these two is the AccuWeather Weak La Nina Impacts Winter 2016-2017. I think I showed this image like 6 times on my videos because it's just so good, and it's just right. Worsening drought, that's gonna happen. Mainly dry. Yep, mainly dry. That's gonna already decrease the chances for the snow. It's usually not cold enough, so really decreases the snowfall. The lakes are warm, heavy lake effect, heavy snowfall, persistent cold, periods of bitter cold, and stormy. Wherever the cold is, there will be more snow. So we obviously need to look at this, but we also need to look at the snow cover because this already gives us an idea what is going on this winter. You see right here along the coast, about 100 miles inland, there is snow, but about 100 miles to the coast, there is no snow because of the warm ocean waters. They have warmed up, and every time there's a wind off that ocean, it changes the snow to rain, and therefore there can't be accumulating snow, and that will prevail into several weeks of more winter, which will definitely decrease snowfall for areas like Boston and Connecticut, areas just right by the actual shore, New Jersey, Long Island. Those will all get decreased, but we also need just generally, you could see where the snow is, that's where the cold is. You see, this is perfectly exampled by this. Starts off here, wait, let me turn on this little laser thing. Okay, so the snow cover digs down into southern Indiana, and then it goes back up. That's where most of the cold will be for the winter. And I'm not just kind of like saying random stuff, but this is actually true. It's gonna be where most of the snow is. Nebraska, yeah, you're gonna get cold, but you're not gonna get as much snow compared to average as areas like Iowa and Wisconsin. You're just simply not. And the mountains, of course, already getting tons of snow. This year they will get above average snowfall, definitely. So good for the ski resorts and the people that just love snow. Also, yeah, these were the ocean waters. I already talked about it. They should be in the upper, should be 39 and 40, not 50 and 49. But that's what you get if you have a really warm summer. Now, this is also very important because you gotta get the snow from somewhere, and during the La Nina winter, the snowstorms take an active northern jet stream pattern. They don't go that much south. With the El Nino years that we had for the past 2 years, some of the snowstorms went really deep, far south into areas like Atlanta. They had, I think, 2 inches of snow. I'm not saying that won't happen, except that just the amount of precipitation won't be as great. That's why the Southeast is in a drought right now. Areas over here in Tennessee, northern Georgia, Alabama, those are all in a drought because La Nina, less active southern jet stream, not only means snow, but just rain. There will be less rain here, more precipitation, cold, so that means no rain, but as a form of snow. So this is the final map, and boom, it's kind of anticlimactic, I know. It doesn't really look that good, but it's simple enough, and that's all I need to represent it. So, I've considered all those things I just showed you into my consideration, and this is what I came up with. New York is a winner for the Northeast simply because of the heavy lake effects of the lakes, and it's kind of far away from the coast, so won't have any effects from that. The Midwest winner is Michigan because also of the lake effects. No, Michigan is almost surrounded. It's almost like a peninsula. It's surrounded by lakes. So lake effect, huge role in it, and a winter storm and a cold, perfect factor for an abundant winter with snow. For the Southeast, Tennessee is our winner because usually I would probably put North Carolina, but again, the waters also kind of play a major role in this. So some of the storms where they could have seen snow, they might see freezing rain. So this winter they will see more freezing rain than snow. That's why Tennessee is our winner. For the plains, Iowa is a winner because due to the fact that probably over this much open land, which Iowa is the state that has the most open land, it will have the strongest winds, the strongest colds, nothing to stop the wind, so they might have blizzard conditions even just from blowing snow, a ground blizzard. So that leads to a factor which is a major one, but also the cold and just all the winter storms. It's going to be a hot spot, all the moisture, everything's going to come together. I think Iowa's going to get the most above average out of all these surrounding states. The one in the southern U.S. is Texas because this strong cold fronts are going to bring several occasions for strong blizzards and snowstorms, especially across the panhandle of Texas. So be ready for it, guys. I'm telling you, it's going to come in Texas. It's going to be a bad winter there. Oregon, that's the winner for the Northwest because there's already in the news Portland, Oregon already had, I think had like 3 inches. It's just a lot of cold, so much precipitation that it's just much more occasions for snow. So that's our winner for the Northwest. And for the Southwest, it's going to be Utah because Utah, of course, has Salt Lake City. And Salt Lake City is one of the biggest cities and it lies right next to Salt Lake. But yes, lake effect does occur off that lake. And that will also play a key role because it was also warm there during the year. And not only that, the cold air will be in place, so none of the rain will turn into. I mean, none of the snow will turn into rain, and it'll mostly stay as snow in the areas that are supposed to. So this is pretty much it, guys. It was a fast, little, simple, short video made for the fun of it, but I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, thanks for watching, and see you on the next episode.